In this lesson, we will be working on preserving theme mode so that when app restarts, it starts with the set theme mode. So in this theme provider, you can see that this boolean value is set to true, right? And as the global state does not return value after hot restart, even if I change this theme to light mode and hot restart the app, I still get the dark mode. This issue lies in the fact that global state does not retain data after hot restart. Global state is only applicable during runtime, alright? So when the app was restarted, this default value was used, so we have this dark theme activated. To overcome this limitation and ensure that our chosen theme persists, we will leverage local storage. Now before that, let's move into this theme switcher, and here I don't need to use the set state because state on this page is managed by global state, alright? I forgot it to remove in the previous lesson, so let's remove it now. And for preserving the data locally, we will be using the set preferences package, so let's install it in our Flutter project. Once installed, hard restart the app and start debugging. So now let's move into this theme provider and import set preferences package here. So let's bring up the code for writing data, copy it and paste it over here. And as this is using await statement, functions should be of async type. So when the mode is updated, I want to save this updated boolean value, so use prefs, which is the instance of set preferences dot set bool. So let me set this key to variable name, and value in this key will be the value in the dark mode variable of function. So now whenever the mode is switched, data is preserved in this key on local storage, alright? So now let me remove all these comments and unnecessary spaces. So now if I switch this to light mode, false value is saved in the local storage on is dark mode checked key, alright? So now I'll create another function here for loading the mode from saved data and updating the global state. So void load mode, and now get the instance of the set preferences over here. Change this function to async, and now update this global state variable with the data from local storage. So is dark mode checked equals to prefs.getBool, and the key is dark mode checked. And if this does not exist, fall back to true, meaning apply dark mode by default. And now to notify all the consumers watching for this variable change, use notifier listeners over here. So now whenever this load mode function is called, this function will get the saved value and update the mode. So now let's move into this main.dart file, and even before our material app is built, we need to run load mode from provider so that value in provider is updated according to the saved data, and then the material app can get the updated mode and set theme accordingly, alright? And as we need to trigger load mode from provider even before the build widget, we will be using init state over here. So now let's bring up this provider on this init state and then call this load mode function from here. But if I save the code and hot restart the app, then I'll be getting an error. And this error has been triggered because we are trying to assess the context even before the build method is executed. So if you want to call the function of a provider from outside of the build method, then you need to pass this listen argument and set it to false. So whenever you want to call the function of the provider, and if you want to do it from outside of the build method, make sure you do this, alright? So now if I change this theme to light mode and restart the app, I'll be getting light mode, and if I switch this to dark mode, I'll be getting dark mode on the restart. So now we have a fully functional FunFacts app. And with the knowledge you have acquired up to this point, you can make a lot of improvements in this app. So this is the end of our FunFacts app, and I hope you have learned a lot of cool things here. So that's it for this lesson, and I'll see you at the next section.